following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Bayley, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Well, it was a different scene last week. It was wild when Lyra and Bayley were sprinting to the ring to get involved with the all-out attack and the Kabuki Warriors and everything that was being put on. They were met by the Judgment Day, and now it's the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez Wade who will be the target.
Yeah, 4 more women involved right here who were involved in that big brawl that went off air, but Bayley now having eyes at ringside.
Oh!
Certain Sol Ruka, major star from NXT, and as we mentioned a little earlier in the broadcast, Sol Ruka will test her mettle against Bayley this Saturday at Saturday night's main event. A veteran of the locker room, Bayley, an up-and-comer in Sol Ruka. They go head-to-head this Saturday, 8 Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Peacock, Saturday night's main event.
That is the biggest spotlight in Sol Ruka's career to this point. Absolute athletic marvel taking on the veteran Bayley come Saturday night.
Oh, Bayley's headbanging at ringside now, but very surely it may be Lyra Valkyria getting her head banged around the ring by this young lady.
And her opponent, accompanied by Liv Morgan, from Laredo, Texas, representing the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez, she had one of the women's tag team championship titles in her hand last week. That after the Judgment Day cleared out the rest of the division, that brawl that we've been referencing at the end of last week's Raw. And Liv Morgan, Wade, her return is just giving a certain edge back to Roxanne and Raquel and the Judgment Day.
Yeah, major shot in the arm for the Judgment Day. What a leader Liv Morgan was before her unfortunate injury earlier this year. But a major pep talk from Liv Morgan last week has got the clubhouse focused back on the acquisition and in some cases retention of gold. And now clearly looking to make a play in the tag ranks is Roxanne Perez. And I'm going to say, Joe, I assumed that Roxanne Perez and Raquel would be the tag team going for gold in the women's division. It seems Raquel now is focused on the women's world champ Valkyria, so presumably it would be Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan going for tag gold together, although that remains to be confirmed.
It was an interesting exchange that we saw with Raquel back in the Judgment Day gathered together backstage moments ago. Of course, we saw her earlier with the attack on Nikki Bella and Stephanie Becerra face-to-face in the ring. We'll see where things go with Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyria, and Roxanne Perez.
We saw a couple of women battling earlier. Kairi Sane and Io Sky, we said, know each other very well. These two also know each other pretty well, have been battling since their NXT days, including a major rivalry over the NXT Women's Championship a couple of years ago. They've grown massively in their careers since then, so they are fully aware of how dangerous their opponent is this evening.
Of course, Roxanne Perez, a 2-time NXT Women's Champion.
Ouch.
Wow, does that ever sting, huh? Oh, and then extra leverage. Shoulders are down.
One way to tear a labrum if you are Roxanne Perez, and wisely backing up there. Getting a little breathing room and coming up with a plan B. Oh, and that'll do it. A little cheap shot attack there from Roxanne on the referee's count. That may have turned things around here.
Sweeping that leg, smart by Lyra.
Such a technically astute young lady.
Bridging!
And
able to get the shoulder up.
This Northern Light suplex there didn't quite get the job done, and head outside, get some veteran experience into your head from Liv Morgan.
Dynamo from Dublin. Trying to go through the ropes, but wrapped up and now secured by Roxanne Perez before she kicks free.
And Roxanne is such a diminutive individual. She's sometimes hard to hit due to her lack of size. She turns into a major advantage. Wow! Oh, shoulder first into those steel steps. cunning and conniving is Roxanne Perez.
Oh, thudding right into the steel step, that left. Oh! And she continues to work on that left arm.
A menacing look in the eye of Roxanne Perez, who now has a bullseye, and it's clearly that left arm and shoulder of Lyra Valkyria.
Wade, this is the thing that I marvel at with Roxanne Perez for being such a young competitor, but yet an experienced competitor. She's been the most active female superstar on the roster. This is her 44th televised match, and when she finds an opening, she goes after it. And right now that opening has been the left arm, the left shoulder of Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, normally it takes competitors years and years at the coalface to become so bitter and jaded. But I would say Roxanne Perez has achieved bitter and jaded faster than anyone in the history of this industry, and she uses it as a massive asset. Just a nasty, nasty piece of work in that ring, but so effective at maiming other women in the division. And Roxanne Perez, go back 2 years, she was so saccharine sweet in NXT. She's a completely different woman and so much more devastating in the ring for her.
Vitriol.
And right now, Bayley on the outside. There's nothing she can do to...
She's looking to put it away right here.
Get a little space for her charge. Lyra Valkyria, and this is all going south in a hurry for Valkyria. And of course, Bayley has a vested interest in Valkyria winning this match. They want to stake their claim to climb up the tag team ranks, and lose this one, it's a tough argument, it's a tough sell to GM Adam Pearce to put you in a championship match.
Bayley is trying to rally support with this Kansas City crowd for Lyra Valkyria, who's valiantly fighting back as Roxanne continues to control things and will not let go of that left arm.
Did a UFO just go across our screen for a second?
Are you seeing things?
And maybe I am seeing things, and I'm sure that Lyra Valkyria is going to be seeing things if that stomp connects, but moving swiftly out of the way and getting back into this one despite that busted left arm.
Well, Lyra driving that right forearm into the face of Roxanne Perez, and then right back to work goes Perez.
And connecting with that Northern Light suplex there.
Oh, here's a hook of the leg, looking for the... And she complains to referee Jessica Carr about the count.
Slow count Carr this week, huh? It changes every week with Jessica Carr. You've just got to keep an eye on her. You can't trust the cadence of the count. Just ask Becky Lynch about that.
Becky's X.com.
But it's not just Becky saying it.
Who else is saying it?
Sports Illustrated is saying it. Bleacher Report is saying it. WWE.com is saying it. I'm saying it. Come on, Joe.